How do you teach your kids about money? I grew up with a lot of mixed messages around money and many extreme situations, from mansion living to food stamp using. So my financial wisdom has had quite a steep learning curve. Now, I know this is a bit off topic for our usual discussions here at Teach Through Love, but I think that this is a really important lesson in belief shaping, because our relationship to money can certainly influence our behaviors, our perspectives, and our level of stress. So a couple of weeks ago, I joined one of those online challenges, and this one was called the Money Love Challenge with Kate Northrup. And on day 2, she asked us to recall our first memory around money. Now, I have to tell you that I was pretty blown away by my own answer, because I had never thought to consider that this very early experience had laid a foundation for a set of beliefs around money that I would unconsciously make part of my system of thinking. So my first memory around money was when I was about 5 or 6, and my grandparents had returned home from a trip with gifts for the grandkids. And at some point, my cousins, 2 boys, were each given $5, and I was given one of those miniature porcelain tea sets. Now, this delicate toy surely would have made a fine addition to any playroom, but I mostly wanted to know why they got money and I didn't. I wasn't trying to be ungrateful. I was sincerely confused and wondering, because at this age, I was just starting to learn about money and its usefulness. It could buy me things. And eventually, with a family full of gamblers, I learned how easily money could slip away. But then, at that time, my honest intention was to inquire, and it was met with shame as my stepfather took the gift from my hands forcefully, telling me I was ungrateful, and now I would learn to see what it felt like to have nothing. And indeed, now I had no tea set and no money. But the lesson that I received was not about gratitude. I remember feeling awful at being humiliated that I'd even opened my mouth. I was embarrassed and humiliated that I'd been called names and that I was misunderstood. And deep down, I told myself that I was unworthy. Now, I am not saying that one single incident would shape the entirety of your child's beliefs about money. But what does the conversation around money sound like in your house? It's about all of those little moments that add up to create our unique perspective. Now, I know I've caught myself saying things to my child like, I don't have money for that today, or that's too much money. But what I want to strive for now is to say something more like, we're not going to buy that today, but if it's something that you really want, let's create a plan to save for it or put it on your birthday list. The latter sets up a belief in possibilities, which gives our kids limits, but also room to dream and plan. The former, if said enough, sets up a belief in scarcity. Scarcity leads people to feeling entitled. When we say, I don't have enough money for that, kids don't hear the lesson that, oh, we have to watch our budget. With their limited experience, they don't have the sophistication to understand what you really mean when you say that. Instead, the belief that there isn't enough money to go around ever is what erroneously gets hardwired. If our basic needs for safety and security are left unmet, we don't integrate those experiences with upstairs thinking. We process them with fear, which leads us to self-defeating behaviors and negative thought patterns. So my suggestion for teaching kids about money is to recognize your own relationship with money. Is money something that you believe that you always have to work hard for, that only greedy people have, or that money causes problems, or maybe that you never have enough money, or that money doesn't grow on trees? All of these beliefs label and judge, and they come from a place of fear. I believe it's more helpful to respond to kids' requests for things with words like, well, let's start saving for that if you really want it. Or let's see if this is the best price by comparing. Or I'm not going to buy that for you today, but we can save the idea for your birthday. Money for many people has negative connotations of struggle or hardship or lack. But if we can open up to responding to our kids from a place of possible abundance, even when we don't see it right before our eyes, we can change the relationship that they develop with money and very likely make it more easy for them to generate more of it. Okay, that was my teachable moment for you, and I would love to hear from you on this topic. Share, tweet, or comment below and tell me about your first money memory. You can use the hashtag MoneyLoveChallenge to join the conversation with Kate and the thousands of people like me doing this Money Love Challenge together. So let us know how your first money memory may have shaped your beliefs about your financial future. And of course, if you like this video, I would love it if you would share it with someone that you love or on your favorite social media site, because when you share the love spreads. And if you want more tips and tools like this, be sure to get on over to teachthroughlove.com and enter your email for weekly updates, or you can subscribe right here to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, and for sharing. Until next time, please remember, it's about consciousness, not perfection.